Good evening. Thank you for joining my Wicked Wisdom Wednesday podcast. I'm your host, Jim McCollum. I'm the Gold Star father of United States Marine Lance Corporal Riley J. McCollum, killed in action, Kabul, Afghanistan, at Abbey Gate on 8/26/2021. I raised my kids as a single dad in western Wyoming. I'm the proud father of 2 daughters, Royce and Cheyenne, and a grandfather to 3 beautiful grandkids. I'm a cowboy carpenter poet, published author, public speaker, and Wyoming native. I enjoy Wyoming's landscapes and outdoor opportunities. From chasing elk in the fall to playing with bears in the spring or casting a fly on a river or stream, I love the Wyoming outdoors. Getting from point A to point B in Wyoming allows me ample time to follow the white line down the highway. It's here that I find the white line wisdom and highway philosophy that create Wicked Wisdom Wednesdays. I hope you enjoy this evening's podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Jim. Good evening. Welcome to May 20th edition of Wicked Wisdom Wednesday. Hold on, I'm playing with some stuff here. Trying to make sure I can catch comments and things of that nature. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Some somewhat fun stuff to talk about tonight and other stuff I'm just going to talk about tonight. Give you an update from last Wednesday. I talked about finally made it in to go swap some SD cards and play with the bears just a little bit. And got back to the house and ended up seeing I had a Grizz on the can. So I went in Sunday, this last weekend. Zeus and I took a quick trip down there and hiked in and got the barrel out, got the can out, the cameras out, tree stand tore down, and got it all packed out. Damn near killed me. All the deadfall and climbing over trees, under trees, up the hill. I was on my hands and knees more going up the hill than I was on my feet. But we got it out and actually went and got a second one set up. So in my other area, I've now got can set up, got the tree stand set up too. It is much easier to do when Royce is there to hand me stuff instead of hanging out of the trees like a monkey, but we got her done. Still have to add a couple steps. I didn't haul a ladder in, so I'll take a couple steps in. Actually going to head down tomorrow, jump in on that one just to see what's happened in a week. Doubtful that anything's appeared yet, but I'll go in and play with it anyway. Get the other steps in so I can get above the tree stand and step into it. But heading down to the cabin tomorrow, so that'll be good. I'll hit that site on the way into the cabin or to the cabin, and then what is tomorrow? Thursday. So work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and probably come back Sunday, and probably come back Monday. But one of those days, I'm gonna just make sure I get into Royce's as well. Got to watch the weather a little bit, and we did have a pretty good snowstorm day before yesterday, so I got to let some things dry out before I can head in there. But yeah, I'm excited to get into hers. It's been a while. So that'll be fun, but really excited to get down and get busy on the cabin as well. I've got to get busy, and I'm still failing at this comment thing, so bear with me for a second. That's not what I wanted either. Sorry. Hold on. Where's Royce? What I need? There we go. So yeah, I keep forgetting that it's even Memorial Day weekend. I'll get into that in a minute. Just those ups and downs and how that feels and what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. And like I said, I don't know if I'm pushing it away because I don't want to think about it or what, but keep forgetting that it's Memorial Day. Speaking of, this weekend is the end of the Riley McCollum Heart of Gold Memorial Foundation cornhole board auction on his official page. If you want a chance to win those, um, or bid on those cornhole boards, go to his Riley McCollum Heart of Gold Memorial Foundation Facebook site and go to the official page that Cheyenne posted. And you scroll through the comments and you'll see other people have made their bids and jump on. Believe it ends Sunday and we will announce the winner on Monday. So you only got a few days left to jump on there and try to get those cornhole boards. And again, thanks to Wyoming Rays for the amazing job you did on those. They are absolutely beautiful. And we got a bag for them, a carrying bag, and I do have the cornhole bags. But Brittany with Heart of the Hound Creations is putting the logo on the bag for us. So you'll get the boards, the bag, the cornhole bags, and some other just little random swag that we're going to throw in there as well. But yeah, if you're interested, jump on there. And again, all proceeds, every dime we make off of them is going to go right back into the scholarship fund, which we just gave our second scholarship from the foundation away yesterday, to an outstanding kid. Congratulations, Lincoln Young. Looking forward to following the rest of your career. He's going to wrestle at Chadron State. He's got some great goals for the future. Again, fantastic kid. And I've been following him. He didn't know it, but I've been following this kid for a good 5 or 6 years. Even though Riley's not here and Riley doesn't wrestle anymore, I still keep track of what's going on in the state and who's doing what and from where. And I've gotten to know a lot of the families and the kids and things and coaches over the years. So it's fun to still track them and see what they're doing. And this kid, he's a good one. So yeah, congratulations to Lincoln Young and Braxton Doak, this year's two recipients of the Riley McCollum Heart of Gold Memorial Foundation scholarships. Already looking forward to next year, and if we can help a kid out in their future and their plans for the future, by all means. It's just another way to honor Riley, remember Riley, and pay it forward a little bit. So yeah, Royce come up yesterday for that, and my bonus granddaughter was here. She came with us. I actually got to spend most of the day with her, just her and I. We played with Zeus quite a bit. We fed the birds and taught her about some things in Wyoming, and she's actually liking Wyoming, so that's pretty cool. Can't wait to get her up here for a little bit longer, take her to the lake, take her on a side-by-side ride, and get her down to the cabin and explore down there. So, and got to get her dad up here where he can spend some time too. But no, it's been nice. And then Royce and Hazlitt and I went out to lunch this afternoon. It's been a pretty good day. Yeah, she's funny. I don't know where she puts all the food. She's a tiny little thing, but man, she can eat. Had fun. It's been a good time. I think they're up taking a nap right now. Royce is pretty tired. What else is going on? Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. If Facebook didn't keep throwing things at me that it is Memorial Day weekend, I'd forget. I have zero plans. Things I probably should do, activities I should take part in, and stuff like that, but I just don't feel like it. It's an avoidance of feeling what I don't want to feel. And I know it. I can feel that. I can sense that. So I just kind of keep pushing it aside. Held Brittany that from Heart of the Hound Creation. She was talking to us yesterday. How soon do you need the bags? Because she'll be gone this weekend. And I wondered, well, wonder why they're going to the lake this weekend. Well, duh, it's Memorial Day. So yeah. Again, there's a lot of events, things I've been invited to several weeks ago. that I, declined on, and then just haven't even really paid attention that this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it shouldn't bother me the way that it does, but it does. It does bother me to revisit and to feel what I don't want to feel. Um, so yeah, there's an avoidance piece to that, which I know, but for me right now, it's okay. I can avoid it and not feel guilty about it because I just don't want to go there. Um, Strange as that is, but um, kind of done that all week actually. Um, Things I could have taken part in and stuff like that, but just kind of I haven't shut down like I have been in the past, but definitely tuning a lot of things out and finding ways to distract myself and not even go there. Um, there's so much meaning, and they're always, even before Riley died, Memorial Day was always very important to our family and honoring those that we've lost. But having a son that I lost changed that ball game immensely. And most years I go to an event, go with the VFW or do something, but it's just not in the cards this year. Um, and I don't think that's all in all negative. I think there is some positive to that. I'm recognizing some positive thing changes in my changes in things in my thought process that are allowing me to analyze it a little bit better and accept things a little bit better and also deal with things a little bit better. Definitely dealing with things differently this year. Uh, and Royce has probably even noticed in my conversations, a little bit disengaged when these topics come up. And I told her yesterday, man, I wish you could feel. And she lost her brother, for crying out loud. So I know this isn't foreign to her, but whatever wires are crossed in me with all of this, I told her, I wish you could feel what it is I feel that makes me just absolutely shut down and forget. That's something I've noticed this week is things I should remember that should be easy to remember. I'm avoiding them so much that, again, I forget I had a conversation. A gentleman sent me an email today wanting to do a tribute to all 13 kids and asked if I was okay with what he wants to do. I read the email and good grief, if I hadn't opened my emails back up and looked at it, I completely forgot that he sent it. I read it, and this was within a 5-minute period. It's like, good grief, how did I forget that quickly that he sent this? So it is strange. Um, and another gentleman had reached out and wants to do something in honor of Riley um, on Memorial Day. And by all means, absolutely love it and please do. I won't be able to make it or attend the event that he's got, but it is Royce actually responded for me. It's just one of them things and I actually discussed this Monday in my group session. It's like, it's one of them things I can't do. I can't do it. It is such a simple process to answer a text or an email. And I just absolutely don't do it. Can't do it. And tense, my shoulders get tense, my jaw gets tense. Um, just a block. Um, Hopefully I can find a way to balance that out because I don't want to do this for the rest of my life and live like this and feel so disconnected from everything. And it's such an opposite of where I was, because I was feeling everything and so connected. Um, to now I'm 180 degrees the opposite direction. Um, I don't know. We'll get it figured out. And every day is different. Every year is different. So, and I'm making some personal changes. So it's all just a new dynamic in the thought process and the way I handle things and go about things. So we'll get there. We'll get it all figured out. But it is bizarre. Like I was talking to Roy, she was on her way up. I think I was talking to her while she was driving. But to if they want something personal on Riley, man, I could sit there and I could talk to you all day. Depending on what the topic was with him or what you wanted to know, I'll sit there and talk all day. But to simply take care of the business side of things, and yes, that would be fantastic. Please do. I can't simply write that out and send that message. Yes, I'm fully in support of what you want to do. Please move forward and go ahead and whatever. I just don't do it. It's kind of like answering the phone or answering messages. I just don't do it. Unless I know the outcome and can see exactly how this is going to play out and I'm comfortable with it. If there's any chance that it's going to go left or right, um, I just can't allow myself to do it. So, which makes no sense, I'm sure, to anybody listening, but that's what goes through my head. And it's not even a conscious thought. It is just a reaction. So I'm working on it. We'll get it figured out. Um, so to distract myself even further, like I said, I am going to go play with the bears. I'm going to go work. I'll try to, I'll get up, hopefully catch the sunrise, have a couple cups of coffee and get after it. And at 5 or 6 o'clock, shut that down and at least one day go in and play with Royce's site and do that sort of thing, get some more pictures, catch the sunset. But, which is also kind of interesting and kind of cool because I have neglected that, which is something I absolutely love. Being in the outdoors and the fun that I have and the joy that I get and the peace and serenity that I get by being outdoors. I haven't really allowed myself. It's not that I haven't allowed myself. I had no desire to do it, even though I would think about it and it's like, man, I really should go. I just need to get out in the mountains and I need to go for a hike. I need to do this. Um, I just never followed through with that to experience it. The whole depression piece where you don't enjoy the hobbies or things that you used to do and stuff like that. Holy hell. I'm realizing just how deep and dark I was in that, where all the things that I absolutely loved and have done my entire life were no longer a priority, or I'd think about them, but it was just so exhausting to even think about doing it and so draining. And I didn't have that spark and that fire to go do it. Truth be told, had I gone and done it, I would have absolutely loved it and enjoyed it, I think, but I just could never get myself there. Um, this year has been quite a change. Um, I am enjoying it. I'm looking forward to it. Even going and chances of a grizzly bear biting me on the arse. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was fun. I'm getting out. It was. I think I was that Sunday. I did a little video there. Yeah, I'd rather pack out a quarter of an elk at a time than pack that damn barrel and tree stand. Um, it was had about 2/3 of the barrel was still full of bait. I didn't want to dump the bait out, so I just packed the whole damn thing out and sloshing around, moving this way and that way. Like, damn, this is going to kill me before I get back to the truck. But no, I enjoyed every step of it. Um, Sweating my butt off and come home with nothing but pine needles and ticks and whatever else, but I enjoyed it. Um, I did Monday, ended up calling the Game and Fish and let them know I had to give the GPS coordinates to my new one that I just got set up. So got that taken care of. And then by the way, in my other unit, I want to report that I had a Grizz, but I've already taken it all down and everything. So talked to them, and then the game warden called me back and just wanted to touch base. And sounds like you got it all done. Hey, this ever happens again, you want another set of eyeballs or an extra shotgun to make sure everything's good, give us a holler. We'd love to help you out. So that was all fantastic. Then got a call from the bear biologist, and he's like, I understand you had one. I'm not sure exactly where you are in that drainage, but if you've got any pictures or video, please send them to me. So kind of told him what I did have and shared the story of what I've seen and the things I've seen in the past years back there, and sent him some pictures. He immediately sent, and the video. He immediately sent a message back, man, these are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So um, yeah, not a collared bear, no tags on its ears. So I'm thinking this is probably one they didn't even know was in the area, and he's a good one. So, um, but yeah, I'll not. I think I'll just give that site up next year. If I want to renew it, I've got to do it next March. But I think I'll just let that one go. Um, it's not worth, you know. There's way too much dark timber to come out of in the dark to know that there's a damn grizzly bear hanging out in there. So not that I'm scared or anything, but they do put a little bit of fear into you. Um, and hell, Royce's is even further and harder to get into than mine was, but I don't know. For some reason, hers doesn't seem as sketchy. I get in there this weekend, and that might change too. It's like, yeah, I forgot this is pretty sketchy too. But I had Zeus with me, and he would have let me know if anything was coming to get us. So it was all good. But what I was getting at there is I am actually enjoying it this year, looking forward to it, planning ahead, preparing stuff. Uh, where in the past I absolutely seem to have lost all that desire and didn't see the fun in it anymore. So I'm back to having fun with it, which is a good thing. And yeah, really looking forward to getting to the cabin. I'm so close to having all the flooring laid. So I should be able to get at least one more complete bedroom, all the floor laid. Then I've got to shuffle a bunch of stuff to get the other room cleaned out, but at least get started in there. And then the next trip I take down, I should have all the flooring at least laid and ready to go. Then I just need to clear everything out, sand it, put the stain on it and the finish on it, and away we go. So looking forward to that and looking forward to just getting busy. And then I do have my garage kind of set up as a wood shop here now. Finally got some of that taken care of. So when I'm back here, I'm looking forward to getting some things built and some stuff I want to do and um, get that going. And once I do, I'll start sharing some of that stuff. And Royce would like me to start doing some videos of me in the process of doing that, but I need to get set up and completely ready to go on that before I start taking videos. But I got to clean up just a little bit more. My workbench still has a bunch of stuff on it, so need to bring a couple toolboxes back from the cabin so I can actually have my tools that are here organized, which will also help at the cabin because I do need to get a bunch of stuff hauled out of there. But no, it should be good. Pretty excited to just get down there and get after it. Uh, we're at the time of the year now. It might rain and be a little muddy, but I'll deal with that. But at least I know I can get in and out, and everything's going to be okay to get down there and work. And once I'm inside, I'll just get after it. Um, cools down a little bit. I can build a fire at night and toast things up a little bit. And Zeus and I will just go hang out for 4 or 5 days in a row and get some stuff done. Um, I did have it all mapped out on the calendar. Okay, I'm going to get X, Y, and Z done this week, and this done this week, and this done this week. And I had that all the way from April to June. Well, we're mid-May, and I'm starting at early April. So I got to get a lot of shit done, but it'll be good. And once I'm down there, now that it feels good and it's something before, it's like I have to get this done. I have to get this done, which I do have to get it done. But it was so daunting. And am I ever going to get down there? Or a snowstorm would come in. It's like, man, every time I'm trying to do something, there's a disruption and whatever else. Not to mention whatever funk I was in. And then the broken ribs didn't help, and it just seemed like every time I was trying to make progress, there was something throwing a stick in the spokes and knocking me off the bike. But I think we're ready to go now. Knock on wood. No more tripping over shit in the dark, and I'll turn lights on. He'll come back. So anyway, um, no, I look forward to getting down there, taking some pictures, sharing some stuff, and I do still need to try to see if I can do the podcast from down there. And been researching Starlink a little bit more, and I'll get some stuff figured out there. But I gotta figure out exactly what I can and what I can't do before I make that decision. And then if I do that, I want it to be something portable where I can have it at home and down there, but it's got to have, the enough connection to do what I need to do. So I'm not done playing with that yet, and I've got some people I need to ask some questions and see what the best option is, and if it's financially feasible to do that. And if I get down there and surprisingly I can just jump on and do the podcast as usual, then there's no sense in going too far with anything else. I just don't know, not hot boxing, but hot shot, however you can connect your computer to your phone. I forget what that's called. But I don't know if that's gonna work either. But we'll get it figured out one way or the other. But I can certainly do a bunch of lives and stuff from down there, so I'll try to do that as well. But to be able to hook up to the streaming platform and do everything that I know how to do without any hiccups or changing things too much to confuse the hell out of me, I'd much rather be able to just go about business as usual. Um, what else? So it's already been a funky week, and I've been, without even thinking about it, I'm just feeling it. And there's so many reminders on Facebook and things that are shared. They're awesome. I love seeing them, and it just one swell with pride. So proud of Riley and all 13 kids, and then I think of the families and um, in total support of them and honoring their kids. Uh, and again, it's a weird wave to ride because there is so much pride and so much love for the families, and then also wanting to just push it aside and disconnect from it. So it's a strange place to be. Um, and again, I've noticed it in my conversations, and I'm engaged, but I'm not really engaged because my mind, there's so many thoughts going through my head. Um, and it's almost like they're things I want to talk about, but I don't really want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them to anybody. Um, but I want to talk to somebody, and it's not something I want to talk about in therapy or anything like that. Um, and that's where um, having a significant other or someone in my life that understood this and knew the dynamics, that I could just talk without judgment and stuff like that. Um, I'm starting to realize that all of the years that I've said I don't need anybody, one, I don't want to put anybody through this, and I would never want anybody to have to deal with the shit that I'm going through, or the shit storm that is me sometimes. But it would be nice like now in this last week, to have somebody that I can just talk to and know that there's no judgment. And um, so again, it's a weird position to be in. Um, I don't know. And there's a lot of wonderful women out there, and women that I admire and respect and appreciate, but nothing is comfortable enough for me to say, yeah, here we go. This is good. Um, and again, there's a lot of reasons for that. Um, I wouldn't want one, I can't take on anybody else's stuff. I don't, maybe I could, and I'm just not allowing myself to even be in that position. But honestly, I cannot take on anybody else's issues, trauma, grief, anything that would feel like it's going to disrupt my peace. Um, and maybe I'm selling myself short and not being fair with that, but honestly, I can't envision what that would look like, where it would be positive or lasting or fair to anybody else. Um, I can't take on their situation, and holy hell, I don't want anybody to take on mine. I would feel so guilty, and it would feel so unfair for me to share my burdens or anything else. So it's a crazy situation to be in. Um, and it's never mattered to me. It's never bothered me. Um, I've been single for so long, it just has never mattered, and I didn't care. Um, but as I'm going through this journey now, a little bit further involved and actually doing things for me and taking care of me a little bit better, now it feels like there's something missing, and that actually would be beneficial and comforting and accepted. But that's another fence I got to cross, and I'm not sure how to get there. So, um, so for the time being, it'll be me and Zeus going and playing with the bears and getting shit done at the cabin. That's another thing too. I have so much. It's chaos, but it's not chaotic to me because it is what it is. Getting the cabin finished is priority number one. Me taking my rides and just me and Zeus and going and seeing things, and where that is my it's a meditation really. Jump in the truck and just go for a ride, go see the lake, go catch sunsets, take a dirt road to nowhere and just go explore. I'm not having any conversations. I don't have to think about anything. And it's a way for me to recharge, reset, and just let my mind be. And to feel obligated that I have to, if I had somebody in the truck with me and felt obligated that I need to carry on a conversation, or I need to answer questions, or them thinking, are you ignoring me? It's like, I can't do that. I'm not there, which is selfish of me, but I need that time. It's selfish because it is self that I'm taking care of. I'm doing a lot of talking with my hands. It's kind of weird, but as much as I would like that, and I would love to share the places I go, and almost like a date night, a date day that turns into date night. It would be so awesome to share the experiences that I experience with somebody, but I can't, in my head right now, envision what that would look like without it. Either there being a heartbreak for me or them, or whatever, or a disappointment or a letdown or a lack of understanding. I'm a shit show, and I know it. Um, the the shit that I deal with, and the loss and the grief and the trauma that that I thought I was dealing with so well that I'm still struggling with. Uh, yeah, again, it comes down to fairness. Would that be fair to um, not to dump on somebody else, but to subject them to? And I don't think it would. In my heart, in my mind, it would be so unfair of me to do that to somebody, to share that with somebody, or to put that on somebody. And likewise, if they had a bunch of trauma or grief or whatever, and were trying to share it with me, and I was incapable of being compassionate, which I don't think that I would be. I think I'd be fine with that, but I just don't know. So what I do know is I'm okay doing what I'm doing, even though it would be nice to have somebody. Um, it's I think I keep freezing up. What the hell? Um, it's easier to go with the known than the unknown, and I know what this looks like, and I'm okay with that. So we'll see. I don't know. I've said this before, and Warren Zeider's one hell of an angel. It really will have to. It's if there ever is somebody that comes along, they're going to have to be so freaking strong, and um, I don't know. I see glimpses of what that woman would look like every now and then. Sometimes I write about it, but um, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's fantasy land, but and then lo and behold, you think maybe I'll give it a shot and move forward a little bit, take a step. Hell no. Dating this day and age is I don't even know where I would start. Certainly not dating sites or anything like that. And then there is no old school romance anymore. It's so easy. Well, I'm mad at you, so I'm just going to swipe right, and you know, rosters 18 deep. And like, fuck, whoops, the hell with that. That's not romance and getting to know each other and spending time together. That's just, it's too convenient and too easy. It's like shopping, for crying out loud. I don't like that one. I'm going to shop for a new one. Well, the hell with that. I'm not dealing with that either. There's another, not fear, but looking forward. It's like I'm not another piece of the puzzle. It's like I'm not doing that. I'm not comfortable with that. It's not the way I want to go about it, and I sure as hell am not going to be on the receiving end of that shit. So um, I don't know. That'd be a whole new topic to get into. But anyway, got a little sidetracked there. How did we get from Memorial Day to the dating world? Um, but yeah, I might go to lunch with Royce and Hasley tomorrow before they leave. They actually have to head out of town tomorrow. Royce has an appointment Friday in Colorado she needs to be back for, so they're going to take off tomorrow early afternoon, I think. So depending on if I go to lunch with them or not, I'll either go spend some time with them before they leave, or I'll just see where she's at and what she's feeling like. She was exhausted today. She hasn't been sleeping real well, and hell, it's a 5.5, 6 hour drive for her to get back where she's going. So see where she's at tomorrow. If she wants to go hit lunch, absolutely. If she's just going to grab something quick and leave, then I'll just load up and get Zeus in the truck with me, and we'll doodle on down the road as well. But at some point tomorrow, I will be down at the cabin. Um, and like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I was there shortly. See, I was there last Wednesday. I guess that was it. Last Wednesday, I was there for just a little bit, checking things out. It's like, man, I got to get down here. We're ready. I dumped a bunch of tools and stuff off down there, but it's time. Got to get down there and get busy. And I was going to go every other week. Now I think I was still on Royce. The weeks that she's here, I'll stay until probably Wednesday or Thursday. At least get to spend a little bit of time with her, and then I'll bail on her. She can have run of the house and do what she needs to do. And then the weeks that she's not here, I'll probably head down Tuesdays. Just get an extra day or two down there to get some stuff done. Once I get a bunch of this stuff done, and then things will just kind of fall into place. But I've got to get the floors done, and I've got to get the plumbing taken care of. Then I can focus on some of the other stuff. Those are the two biggest tasks right now and biggest things weighing on my mind. And then the next big project, I've mentioned this several times, is getting the log stairs and the railing done and all that good stuff. But I've got so many pieces I've got to get taken care of before I get to that point. Once that's done, though, then cabinets in the upstairs bathroom I can get done. I can get the upstairs bathroom completely finished. The stairs done, railing done, then upstairs bathroom can be completed. Downstairs bathroom I can get completed, which is going to be kind of cool. We missed out on it, but Royce found a whiskey barrel vanity with a distressed copper sink. But when she reached out to him again to see if he still had it, it was pending, and then sure enough, it sold. But I was able to find them online. So the downstairs bathroom will have the whiskey barrel vanity and the copper sink in it. Then I've got good grief, I'm going to have to look at some of my notes and stuff on it. I think it's like 130-year-old window from a building in the Cody, Wyoming area that I've got, and I'm putting a mirror behind it. So, and I've already got a little vanity. My envision was, Levi and Asher sitting in front of this thing, putting makeup on. This is before Dad died, when we were really cruising. But I do have the window, and I've got the mirror. Mirror needs cut down just a little bit, but I'll get that all taken care of. And it's in storage right now, all wrapped up in blankets, but I'll get that done, get that hung, get the vanity out of storage. I've got some furniture. Once a couple of the rooms are done, floors are finished, I can start putting stuff in. Empty out a damn storage unit, for crying out loud. Get some furniture moved down there, and actually start spending some time down there where it's comfortable. Again, it all depends on got to get a toilet and a shower hooked up and a sink, and then we're good. Then I'll start working on kitchen cabinets and things like that. And a lot of that I can actually build here and just take down with me. But I've got to get things done where I can get proper measurements and layout and things like that to get it done. So a lot of progress to be made over the summer. Looking forward to it. And then I need to get Royce down there occasionally to help me out for some of the stuff I've got to do up high on the roof. I got one dormer I still got to finish. Got to get the ridge cap on the roof. I've got to get the fascia put on. A lot of things I can do off scaffolding by myself, but there's some things I definitely need her to at least be there in case shit goes south. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of this week, and I definitely get some pictures. Got to get some pictures of Royce's deal and her trail cam. We haven't checked in a year. So it'll be interesting to see what's on there. She's got such a good site, and there's so many cool things that move through there. Hell, wolves and mountain lions and bears and moose and elk and deer. You name it, it's back there. So I'm really looking forward to pulling that. Speaking of, I've got to get some more batteries because I'm sure those batteries are dead, but really looking forward to getting some stuff in her can, getting it reestablished, reset up, and check that trail cam and see what kind of cool stuff is on there. Found another issue that I'm having with the SD cards. It's my own fault because I just don't pay attention. But we've had trouble in the past where if we have it on video, man, it takes up all the space pretty quick. So I started getting 16, 32 megabyte, whatever, SD cards. And a lot of the trail cams won't accept those. So that's why they're not formatting correctly and things of that nature. So I got that figured out, sorted that out. I think I've got 11 SD cards in my little bag now. 4 of them are brand new, so they should work just fine. And then some others that when I get down to the cabin, I'll actually go through them and delete a bunch of just random pictures and stuff that we don't need on it anymore. And I've got most of the bears saved off of those. So, yeah, clear them up a little bit and start over. But a couple of them, yeah, in the past, we've had 12, 1,500 pictures on one SD card. That takes a little while to go through. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be exciting to get down there and check that out. And then, like I said, get up early and work, and afternoon go bug one bear or the other, and then see what the water's looking like. But if it's not too muddy, I'd sure like to go throw a fly on the water one afternoon for a little bit or something, just to see and to go. It's therapeutic, so just go have some therapy on the river. That's about all I got tonight. Kind of rambled about a lot of stuff. And again, the Memorial Day thing's got me not really in a funk, but kinda. I don't feel good. I don't feel bad. I just feel really indifferent, and definitely know that I'm not allowing myself to feel anything along with Memorial Day. So it's kind of an awkward situation. And I don't know what Monday's going to look like. Like I said, I'll more than likely stay down there at the cabin and then drive back Monday. And that's with intention that I don't want to be where I'm either alone and thinking about too much, just sitting at the house. I don't want to be anywhere where there are events going on because I just don't have the energy to participate in a meaningful manner. But if I'm just on the highway driving back, I'll be fine with that. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. And like I said, I'll get a bunch of pictures and hopefully have a bunch more stories to share next week. And we'll go from there. Hope you guys have a great hop on this weekend, do a Wicked Wisdom weekend just for fun. Whether I do it on or just do a live on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or something. Probably on TikTok, but I'll try to jump on and at least do something from down there in the middle of nowhere, and let you know how Zeus and I are doing and what we're getting done and what we've accomplished. That'll be kind of fun. And I'm really looking forward to it. By the way, I am looking for a blue heeler puppy. I need a male and I want a puppy. I want a full-blooded blue heeler. I am having a hell of a time finding one. I found Zeus, no problem, but I am trying to find another one, and I definitely want a little male. And but it's time that Zeus has a buddy and something I can train to do what Zeus has been trained to do. Maybe not teach him to be as mean as Zeus, but uh, still keep the grizzly bears off my butt. So if anybody's got an in to a blue heeler, uh, I am looking and I am ready. Been looking all day at all kinds of different mix, but I don't want a mix. I just want another full-blooded blue heeler. But anyway, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. And I will catch you hopefully this weekend. Deuces. Thank you for tuning in and following my Wicked Wisdom Wednesday adventures. You never know where the path or topics are going to take us. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. You can find me on social media at the links listed at the end of this video. You can also find me on Spotify and YouTube at Wicked Wisdom Wednesday. Join me Monday mornings for Coffee with the Kid, and randomly on weekends for Wicked Wisdom's Weekend Adventures. I do appreciate all your support. Thanks again, Jim.